So, I did it again. Y'all gonna love this one.
I mean, when you're doing a one-night stop, you're doing everything you can to make it easy so you don't have to disconnect.
That was boring for me.
Yeah.
But it's kind of important not to burn your rig down. Okay, y'all. I do not have Renee out here with me because I gotta fess up something to all of you. You ready for this? The question is, should I do this perfect side too to make it match real quick?
Stop it. Don't even say that.
I'm trying to be funny through all this, as you could tell. Yep, check it out. So, I did it again. Yeah, but this time I had Renee on the cell phone on intercom as we were maneuvering around this harvest hose. And she said, "Hey, you're looking like you're getting too close. Be careful." And guess what this dude said? "No, I got it. It'll be okay." So let me show you real quick. This is one of those harvest hoses where it just goes down and then you U-turn and you come back. So it's like a big row. This place is really unlevel. Like when you are front to back, it's 9 to 14 inches that you got to come up in the front. So we were just riding around looking for the most level place to deal with, and I was just turning right, and Renee was watching, and she says, "You're getting close." And I said, "I know, but I got it." So I was so mad yesterday. But today the more reasonable side of me comes out, and I'm like, this system is not working. I got to figure out something that's more of a physical warning system, because it's just too subjective of like what is too close. All right, Renee, I fessed up to him.
Now I have to fess up to you. You want some really bad news? This may be worse.
What? Oh, it's my favorite spatula that I've owned for years.
I know. We've had this for decades. I think it's a cheap dollar store one. Greg's favorite. So let's just keep laying on the bad news.
Yeah. So
Well,
I fessed up to him by myself because you told me it was getting close. And
I'm not going to do it. I told you so.
And I said, "No, it's good. I got it." And I didn't have it.
Yeah. And the thing is I didn't argue because I was further away. So I was trusting him. So I think the moral of this story is you need to trust me and I shouldn't trust you. Or I need to be back there closer to it, and also cheat and use your 360 camera. So when you're going super slow, that 360 camera in the forward motion will show you your front and everything else. And it'll stay on as long as you're going at a slow enough speed until you...
So my thought processing through this is, I feel like there's got to be something more physical to take the subjectivity out of it. Like, and I'm not saying this is it, but you know how you can go into Lowe's or Harbor Freight or anywhere like that, and they had like the magnetic tennis balls, and when they meet,
right,
you know, that it's supposed to align your ball up. But
so you're gonna
something
do some old person something.
I
Okay, so here's something I thought of, and I'm probably stupid wrong, but those bars on that weight distro hitch that we have, they slide. And so, like Greg has said in the past, it's not the chains that gives you that tension to stop. So I'm like, can we get a welder, our son, to weld at a certain point at the end of each bar, like a lip, like a bump stop, that it won't slide in that, that's terrible, in that section anymore, that it'll hit that and it'll be like, nope.
You know what my thought process is on that?
just go
the
with
weld
it.
would just stop it, and then it would rip those angle bars off the frame. Those
That
L
makes
angle
sense. Those
pieces.
things.
So I got to think through this. Where are we headed today?
We are headed up to the fam camp up north of Salt Lake City. So we're not that far. So I was just going through my list. I have a few more things to double check. What was it? I need to grab my list. Stabilizers, chocks, anything else inside other than putting Skittles out.
Give them to me real quick, Renee.
Here y'all go.
Y'all gonna love this one. What I was saying about this harvest hose, it's called like the Red Barn in Provo or something like that. This is on the side of a hill. You can't really tell because you know if it's a slow hill, you just can't tell. But our level to level was between 8 and 14 inches that it had to come up in the front to level it, and I just did some trickery here.
I remembered what it was. Level Mate Pro I meant to turn on.
Yeah, there you go. Showing them the witchcraft I used to actually level the front.
Witchcraft or redneckery?
Redneckery.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to unhook because I was too lazy to unhook for just staying overnight, not leaving. But this is my question that begs to be answered. On the Harvest Host app, how many review comments did this have? 100? Over 100?
There's over 1,000 reviews, and I read all of the entire first page. And everybody's like, level, gravel, pretty level. You're going to have to come up 2 to 3 inches on one side, depending.
I already talked about how we were between 8 and 14 inches.
For the nose.
For the nose. Which,
and 2 to 3 on the side.
Yeah, which was the part that added
that. So
urgency.
He did get flustered.
Yeah.
And he was getting frustrated because, like, this is a third, spot. But when you're doing a one-night stop, you're doing everything you can to make it easy so you don't have to disconnect.
And look, we got surprised by this getting here because...
Did you tell him about the truck camper too? Oh. How we were sitting, just chilling out in the evening. That poor guy, he drove around, he pulled forward, he pulled backwards, he pulled up on 2, the black ones, which I think we need again. 1 block each tire on one side. Then he had to stack and do 2. People were struggling. If you're like a truck camper or you're a bigger travel trailer 5th wheel.
But this place is basically a downslope airplane runway is what I would call it. And literally within the first 100 newest comments on Harvest Host, not one about it. You have some people saying, mostly level.
Because that's not important, is it? The ice cream. Oh my gosh, it was so good. That's important. We bought some sourdough bread, some cheeses, some Amish churned butter, and the view, it doesn't matter which side, y'all. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the venue's good.
Plenty of space.
RV parking sucks. So there you go. That's a lot of Harvest Host, so probably.
All right, I'm ready to bring up stabilizers and start packing away Legos. All right, so I was able to navigate you to the south gate entrance that is advised since we have base access. So my thing is, when he was doing that curve, when it hit, I saw from my perspective the black edge or whatever on the front cap coming down the sides. I saw it kind of get out of sight behind the fender, and that's when I got super nervous. And that is the ticket. And so in your mirrors, Greg, I think if you lose sight pretty much of that black trim, then that is your ding, ding, ding.
Maybe. Maybe.
We're going to have to play with it.
I feel like at that point it's so close, you're a hair away of hitting anyway as soon as you're out of sight of. I don't know.
That's when I need to get out.
Yeah.
That's when I need to get out.
Maybe at this next park we can mess with it some.
So Park Lane, you don't want to turn on.
Okay.
So you want to turn
Here.
one way, right here. Yep.
Okay. Don't jackknife my fender doing it.
I got a camera. What the crap?
Weight distribution hitch, doing it what they do.
2, 3, keep going. So you're gonna be next to that Class A right there, I believe.
Well, I'm just gonna pull up here and park to unload right now.
Yeah.
The Grizzly.
Oh man, I don't know if we'll park next to us, but holy crap.
Where are the hookups at? Always the same story, looking around. Mine's going 1,000 different directions on how to get in here.
So, this is yours.
Okay.
Because we're number 9.
So what I say we do?
You gotta hug us right on the edge.
Yeah, our tires right on this edge.
Because I think we can park the truck there in front of the picnic table.
Exactly.
Or, yeah, because we're gonna be all the way forward.
All right, so don't y'all just love these kind of campsites? The sewage connection is all the way at the back, so you're all the way, maybe 3 hoses. It might do 2, but it's a run. But everything else looks good. But this place is, you don't have a lot of give.
Ugh, yuck. Hey.
It's been forever since we've had rain, and we're in Utah, and it's like raining good.
At 5 o'clock this morning, I woke up and rolled over and told Greg, we should go out and start washing the camper.
Yeah, I know we should.
You know, when you can't use their water to wash it, use God's water.
Also, though, we're here for a week, and we're going to get some mundane supply runs and tasks done. And here's something for the dudes that watch. Apparently, you know how like Mercedes is a special car?
Sure.
And not all mechanics can work on them?
Yeah.
Apparently curls are like a Mercedes, and not all, what do they call them? Beauticians, hairticians can cut it correctly. Here you go, take that.
Yes, so not all stylists have not necessarily curl training, but even just experience. Being that we moved around every 3 or 4 years, this was a regular thing for me to look ahead to where I was moving, and in this case, to this area, and checking out different salons. I look at the Google reviews, like how many and how good the reviews are, and then I start going through the salon's pictures and looking for customers that have curls or similar, how they're styling them, how their curls look when they leave the salon. And a lot of times, and it generally happens, curlies get interested in curly training because they have gone through bad cuts and stuff. So I find the stylists that have some kind of texture or curl. So I found one here, and we're going to try it out. And if it locks in, that will mean at least here in Ogden, Utah, I would have a stylist. And I have one in Swansboro, North Carolina now. And of course, I have my gal in Mobile, Alabama. So hopefully I can get a good cut every 4 months or so. But yeah, so that's my goal today. Hopefully I won't be in hats for like weeks or months. I have faith.
That was boring for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you go on about vehicle stuff.
Yeah, it
But
is.
after the haircut, next on task is going to be discount tire. No problems. It's just time to start replacing our front ones, particularly.
Our front was a war slap out, but the rear ones look brand new, so I guess that's the bright side of that one.
Yep. So, I mean, we've always done 4 tires at a time, but now that we have 6, we're gonna probably space it out a little bit.
Yeah, the rotation is kind of funky with these two, so.
Also, we have at least 1 Amazon package to pick up today. I've had a little bit of a struggle with some things that I've tried to order on Amazon, not being able to be delivered at a counter or a locker in the area. So, what's wrong?
Which way do I get out of here?
Loop around.
Okay. So
yeah.
welcome to the
rainy errand day.
The non-sexy side of full-time RV life.
Oh, and we just got the truck washed yesterday, of course. Of course.
All right, y'all, a little truck talk with Greg here. While this is just like driving me on my mind a little bit, a lot of you have probably noticed out there in like social media and in the creator zone and all that kind of good stuff, you see a lot of things like full-time RV travel is not all sunshine and rainbows and campfires and sunsets, and this is what you need to know, and sometimes life just stinks when you're full-time RV traveling. What I want to push back on with that is some of us had hard upbringings, some of us had hard or stressful jobs, and when you move away from those things to do this lifestyle, it is all sunshine and rainbows for me. Yeah, tire failures, breakage, all that kind of stuff, not so great RV parks. But you know what? I personally retired from my job. It was very dang stressful at the end to spend 100% of my time with that girl in there. Dude, I'm sunshine and rainbows. I don't care what happens. So that's just kind of like the real thing. You know, I figured I'd just give you a little truck talk with Greg on that. Beware of the social media posts that kind of like want to get hysteria going on like how hard it can be. And I'm sure there are some situations where it can, but not this guy. And I can speak for her and say it's not for her either. So there you go. I know some of y'all like to hear me just kind of ramble on about stuff like this, and there's your ramble. All right, y'all got to see this one. Hang on a second. Sorry, I had to get a shot of the boofed out hair.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah. I'm going to finish sitting in my dude chair here in the salon and play on my phone. This is the not so sexy part of full-time RV travel.
So haircut is all done. The rain has stopped, so I don't know what's better. Rain stopped or a fantastic haircut. Little bit of length shock, but she did a dry cut and I really, really liked it. So I know exactly where it's gonna be. It's gonna last me a while and it feels so good and healthy. We've been in so much dry climate that, yeah. So I feel great. What do you think?
It's a little, I don't like, well,
spending
short
money?
hair is not my preference.
The hair?
Yeah, but that's fine. I like it.
Not technically short.
Yeah, I've always
shorter.
liked your curls.
Okay.
Yeah. But tires, curls, what better day can you ask for?
The sunshine and probably Bass Pro. What did you want there? A new cover for the Grizzly?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna move on.
Got some Michelins on order, some higher dollar, higher quality, which I am eager for. So these things are just slap getting chewed up after 22,000 miles.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. Holy crow.
Yeah, so.
Can y'all see that?
So they are the Nexan tires that everybody talks trash about. Like when you buy a new dually off the lot, you hope it doesn't have these on it, on the Dodges.
Of course, ours did.
And of course ours did.
And how many miles do we have on the truck?
22-ish thousand.
And
maybe.
what did we buy it with? It had
39 miles on it.
Yeah, it was nothing. So it's all hour running.
But these things are getting chewed up quick, and we're going to just start. Oh yeah, the rears have no wear on them though, hardly. But
we'll hit those up. What, probably
another
this fall?
6 months or so. We'll just start Tuesday in it until there's Michelin's all the way around on it, and Michelin is a good tire, especially on these trucks.
So it's a Cabela's Outpost. So hoping they have the cover that we need here. But they do, just so you know, they do have RV parking.
And well in use too.
So literally long RV spots. You got a dually with a triple axle Valor that fits in there just fine. Look at that. That drives me crazy. I like to be right inside the lines.
I don't care. It is what it is.
I also love to give them a hard time.
I know. Well, that's what wives are for, right?
Duh. Kids are for free labor, and wives are to annoy their husbands.
Exactly.
If you're not, you're failing.
So order in the universe.
And if you disagree, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah. Or your wife's giving you the stink eye as you say that. All the dimensions of the Grizzly.
So they don't have the Trail Gear brand that we got before in the XXL. So we're going to check and see the dimensions and if the Copeland will work.
Yeah.
Coal pin? There you go, coal pin.
All right, y'all. So that was kind of a long day of running errands and everything, but I think the cover is going to work. I'll do some work on the antennas tomorrow and see if I can get it on there right. Aside from that, we're just cooking some burgers and going to call it a relaxing night.
Don't forget to lock. Cool. Gotta love
filming on an Air Force base. So we got the call on our tires this morning, and we're going to go get some tires put on, and Renee's going to decally up the trailer a little bit because we've been procrastinating a little bit on it.
We have a little bit. Think it's dry?
Oh, and let me show you the drama from yesterday too while she does that. Check this out, y'all. So our DC to DC charger for our lithium had a little something happen to it. So let me show y'all. Here is the fuse. Isn't this crazy? Look how this thing melted. And the fuse did not blow. And the really, I guess you could say concerning part is, let me show y'all. It actually made a little burn mark right there. So lesson from this is don't buy a cheap, I guess, car stereo fuse from AutoZone and use it on your DC charger. Get quality fuse off of Amazon. I think ours was like C Systems or something.
I don't remember.
So I did order a better one. So anyway,
which should be here Wednesday, I think, right?
Yeah, that's the project. So we're going to get tires on.
Oh, and speaking of Amazon, we do have a different order to pick up at Amazon for Amazon today.
But the campsite kind of looks like a project site right now because I got basement empty and also got maintenance on the Grizzly, doing some fluids. So we're heading out. All right, y'all. Checking the box. Here we go. Oh, sweet, brand new low range E tires. Love it. Michelin's too. Y'all, I'm going to close out this fuse thing on my DC to DC charger. And promise you also, ladies, I won't take too long and bore you. But the moral of the story for me is on this is not all 60 amp fuses are created equal, especially when you're getting 60 amp car stereo fuses from AutoZone. So I'll show y'all this. Here's the fuse that was in there that totally melted. And I'm using a 100 amp fuse because I don't have another 60 to show y'all with. But first off, look at the size difference. Right here from the Blue Sea Systems and then the AutoZone fuse. But that being said, I do believe that the little adapters for the wire gauges that come with the automotive fuses, I think that little sleeve adapter starts to like create a gap, and then it arcs, and then it gets hot. So that's what I believe happened, because this is so melted I couldn't even get the wire out of it. So that's my theory. Smaller fuse, smaller blocks, and then I go to the Blue Sea Systems, which is a bigger fuse, a lot bigger fuse, and everybody raves about how good this is to use in boats and RVs. This is like top of the line. So what do you guys think? But I am going to be very cautious, and I'm going to take my infrared heat gun, and the first time we use it, I'm going to, like, when we pull over, I'm going to shoot it with the heat gun and see what it's doing. But I feel like I've taken care of this problem. So hopefully I didn't take too long and bore y'all too much on that. But it's kind of important not to burn your rig down. All right, y'all. So a couple of notes and thoughts as I finish this up is, one, full-time RVing, I feel like you're moving so much. I feel like I have a problem with bolts just vibrating loose eventually. So I Loctited and double nutted. I Loctite everything now that has threads on it, and I double nutted the new fuse holder. It has knurled bolts that come with the Blue Sea system, but I'm just like everything in life, you know, just do extra. So I double nutted that. So hopefully no more issues on our first travel day with the DC to DC charger going. I'll make sure this is exposed enough for me to take my infrared heat gun and see what the temperatures are on it, and I'll check it and see what it looks like. But I'm thinking it's good, so we'll see. But thanks for being patient, and no, I am not an expert. I feel like everybody has to say that now because of all the I've got 50 years as an electrical engineer comments that come on everything. So here we go. It's more coffee to drink.
I just walked right in front of you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. All right. Hopefully it'll all fit here.
All right, Renee, I need the briefing.
The briefing? What?
Yeah, briefing from the navigator.
All right.
Where are we going and what are we doing?
I'm doing this to keep this hot. We are going to the boathouse in Burley, Idaho, Harvest Host, for one night. So we got a really short drive, actually, maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes at our pace.
Whatever you say.
Everything is done. I need to double check my checklist. All right, so we got to hook up, pull out of here, get out of the way so we can load the four-wheeler in the back. Because as you know, from the space we're here, we're back to back with a camper.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
No dropping the door out there.
So this campground doesn't have much room at all. And when you're hooking up your truck, I'm just across the whole thing blocking. So we've kind of set it up a little bit where we can just hook up and go, and we're going to take it down here towards the bathhouse where there's more room, and then we'll load the four-wheeler and the bike. But it's looking to be, you want me to jinx us?
Stop it. Don't. No.
A glorious travel day.
It will be.
Because the weather's great, and can't think of a better way to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to where we're going. It's going to be a little bit hot. I asked them, it doesn't say if you can use, no, I'm not driving. It doesn't say that you can use generators or not. And I did message and ask, of course, no answer, because I don't really think hosts ever look at that. But
I just straight up tell Renee that we're not having a repeat of Crocker Barrel. And where was that, Ogden or?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, no.
But not to run the generator like overnight or forever, but like right before the sun's going down, like run it for like a couple of hours, just the bedroom AC to cool it down before going to sleep.
Yeah, but let me tell y'all, a Furrion 18K AC for the bedroom, you can hang meat and make beef jerky in there if you want.
So I remind him of that when I'm freezing him out in there. I'm like, hey, you're the one who said I could.
All right, so we're going to hook this thing up, y'all.
All righty. You're a big fat dummy.
What?
I'm just testing the radio.
Well, it works.
Do you even need me guiding you, or you got the camera?
I'm not using my reader, so I need you backing me up on the camera.
Inch back slowly with the wheels cut to the right. Slower. Wheels cut to the right. Okay. Bring it straight back. Straighten your wheels. Straight back. Little more. Easy. Little more. Little more. More. Come on. Come on. And a more. More. Stop. Stay. Hold it tight.
How do I turn this trailer reverse alarm off?
Where it says the reverse thing, press that button.
I don't know where.
Parking.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure everybody watching our channel doesn't appreciate that either, all these alarms and technology.
All right, stand by.
All right, standing by. I'll shoot the shepherd.
All right, the tongue is locked. Do you want to come do your things?